Good morning and welcome to Board Games and Coffee, our show where we regularly talk about viewer questions, board games, and of course, what coffee we're drinking. Welcome to Wisco Dice! Hey yo folks, I am your host, the Conesy with the Most, and I am joined today by...
Hey, I'm Suzanne.
And welcome to our new series, Board Games and Coffee, where we're going to sit down on a Monday or on a Tuesday morning and drink a cup of coffee, talk about some board games, and answer a few questions.
Yes. So this is your chance to ask us lots of different questions, whatever's on your mind. Give us a comment on below this video and let us know what you're playing, what coffee you're drinking, what questions you have regarding board games, anything like that, and we may feature you on our next episode.
Of course, while you're taking the time to do that, make sure you smash that like button, and of course, if you aren't a subscriber and we know who you are, give us a subscribe as well, because it goes a long way to helping content creators just like us get the word out, and more importantly, share the wonderful joy that is board gaming.
Yeah. So what are you drinking this morning, Cozy?
So I've got, I believe we both got the same thing.
Yes.
So it's Reba from Just Coffee Cooperative. Of course, this is not sponsored, but this is a local coffee cooperative that we happen to drink a lot of their coffee. It's kind of turned into our regular coffee.
Right,
we grind the beans every morning. It comes to us. They ship to us, which is great. And they can ship to you too. So of course, if we do support, not only supporting your friendly local game store, but your friendly local coffee cooperative.
And one of the best things about this coffee for me, well, for Conesy maybe, actually is what he says every morning as he's grinding his coffee, which is
Arriba!
So, yes. But it is a nice little coffee that we've been drinking.
It wakes you up in the morning. All right.
Yes.
So, it's getting to be that time of the year where days are getting shorter, the sun is setting sooner, daylight savings time, and it's joy and misery for us here in the U.S. Yeah, just actually this time of year, daylight, you get that extra hour of sleep, which I very much needed, by the way. It is that time of year where we're just kind of like, it's perfect for getting games to the game table. So, Of course, like any proper gamers, we've been collecting a number of new titles that need to get to the table a bit more or haven't gotten to the table yet that we're excited about. So we thought we'd share a few of those here in this first episode of that and kind of go from there.
Yes. So I will say, here we're in Wisconsin, United States. It's cold, dreary, rainy right now. So we got some games like we have as a joke. I had not a joke really, but as a Conesy was telling me I needed to pick up a game for him at the game store.
We were at Noble Knight Games. I think we were doing something Batman. Yeah, something Batman anyways.
And so I was wandering around without a plan and not really wanting to spend $100 on a game. I found Dice Throne, which we have been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And so I grabbed that and said, hey, here's your game. We played it, enjoyed it. We were at Dragonfall Convention and there was a vendor there that was selling other Dice Throne games. So of course I bought one there too. And then our friend Shane stopped by and he dropped off his copy of Dice Throne, which is a whole nother set of, I forget right now which heroes are in that one, but we've got lots of Dice Throne to play.
Yeah, we went from 0 Dice Throne to lots of Dice Throne.
So if anyone has favorite Dice Throne heroes that we should definitely check out, let us know, because I know we have like the Shadow Owl.
I mean, it's all in the background, so you should be able to see it hopefully.
Most of them, yeah.
We'll put a picture here on the screen too, so that you can see what copies we have.
But yeah, so I'm excited to keep kind of playing that a little bit, and nice 2-player game when we don't have others over.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, absolutely. So we were recently at another game store here in town. I'm bored. It was date night, so our date nights always include dinner, we do something, and then we go to a game store.
Yep.
That's pretty
all
much been since
for
day,
6
like,
years of it,
pretty much. So we went, got done with dinner, and I don't know that we did anything really. I think going to dinner was doing something for us this time. But we went to the game store afterwards. I'm bored, which is right here. There's a location in Sun Prairie and another one in Middleton, which is suburbs of the Madison area. Oh yeah, there's a third one now too.
Yeah, downtown.
Downtown Madison. So while we were there, I was hoping that there might be a restock of Lorcana because we did get that and have enough cards to play games. And if you're interested in seeing us play some more Lorcana or do some live play of that, let us know in the comments. We'll be happy to hook that up. But when we walked in, unfortunately, no restock of Lorcana, but there was a game, Dark Tower, that it's not Dark Tower. It's a Return to Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Because it's the Restoration Games. I don't even know who the publisher is off the top of my head. But I had played Dark Tower at Cabin Con this past January, which, if you don't remember, Cabin Con is this
guys gaming,
yeah, basically,
or like a week.
We rent out this old hotel up north Wisconsin, and we all
in the middle of winter,
20 or 22 of us would go up in January-ish and play tons of board games.
Yep.
And so I got to play it, and I had thought this game, Return to Dark Tower, was going to be a little bit more of a gimmick. I hadn't heard a whole lot of really great stuff. Like, I heard good stuff about it, but I hadn't heard a lot of great stuff. I absolutely fell in love with it. So I didn't back the most recent Kickstarter, which had some expansion stuff, but a copy of it, brand new, had just come into I'm Bored and was sitting there on the shelf. And I looked at it. We walked around the store, and the FOMO and the I have to have this game took over, and we walked out with a copy. So yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what Suzanne thinks of it, because I think it'll be a great. I think it'll be a great game for the two of us to play.
And you know what? I did remember what we did as our activity on our date night when you went by it. We walked around Target.
Oh yes.
To look for any leftover Halloween decorations.
Yes, and ours potentially Lorcana cards.
Okay, I was actually, my intent was to find some new outdoor decorations because ours are starting to wear and break down and everything. But while I was there, I bought Magic the Gathering starter set, which I know lots of you have been playing Magic the Gathering. I do not play Magic the Gathering. I enjoy TCGs. I've enjoyed Lorcana. I won't go into all my thoughts on it right now. But I really wanted to try Magic so I could compare the two. So I did get that.
Yeah, we got two games of it.
Yeah, we got 2 games of it to table. I'm excited to play some more and try and really understand how Magic the Gathering works compared to Lorcana. While we wait for Chapter 2 of Lorcana to come out.
It was just like 2 starter decks in the box.
Yeah,
it was 260 card starter decks for $20 was pretty hard to not pick up. So
yeah,
that was great. It was It's a red blue deck and a green white deck.
Yep.
So unfortunately, my favorite card. Like, I used to play Magic back in the day. In fact, it was, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I sold all my cards off to Misty Mountain Games here in town. Which I had no idea at the time you had any inkling to want to play Magic, but it was all older. I did
either.
It was I had kind of stopped collecting from like back in Urza's block, so there wasn't anything really of anything current or anything
stuff.
So it would have been us playing. Like, conceptually, the game hasn't changed that much really, based on what I saw on the decks, but it'll be interesting to see what you think. Like, I don't think we're like, we talk about collectible card games, TCGs. We're not talking about games that we are we're not going to play in local tournaments or go to drafts or anything like that. We're looking really to have fun with it at home. And, that means we're not buying singles to try to min-max or optimize our decks, but we'll be happily buying packs of cards here and there to add to our collection and be really excited when we get a really cool rare or whatever that helps our deck and go, ha-ha!
Yeah. Yeah, but I think unlike Lorcana, where right now, it's only Chapter 1 out. I'll play whatever, fits my fancy that day. I feel like Magic, even after only 2 games in, I'm going to need to pick 2 colors and just stick with my colors.
Mhm.
So, which is going to be different for me with doing it. Because with other ones that we've tried to play, it's, I just play whatever. So what else did we get there?
While we were at I'm Bored, we also picked up the new expansion to Ark Nova, Marine World, which I knew released at Essen, and I knew was going to be available, but I had no idea it was going to be available this quickly in the U.S. And so I am super glad. Yeah, I didn't know. I'm glad you knew. I didn't know.
I was looking for it, but I didn't want to get your hopes up if it wasn't there.
I was like, super glad that it was there. I remember
if we had pre-ordered it.
Like
somewhere.
that was like we were looking at the new games shelf, and that was the first. Like I just like it was in my hands as we were walking around the rest of the store.
Watch we pre-ordered it, and it ends up coming.
I didn't pre-order it.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, I hope I didn't. I don't know if you even could. Anyway,
I have no idea.
I'm sure
the fact that this says something about how many games we have probably out there in somewhere in pre-order land that we're hoping.
Yeah, but anyway, we're excited to play it. See what happens.
I know I've got games coming from Board and Dice. You've got games coming from miniature market yet, so there's a pile.
Yeah, they should be coming soon because they're all released now. They were all pre-ordered.
On top of other Kickstarters, which I have a ridiculous amount of Kickstarters and crowdfunding games still outstanding, we probably have like 20 or 30 outstanding games yet coming in at some point, probably in 20, either here before the holidays or sometime in 2024.
I think with Kickstarter, for me, I start getting more and more out there that are like waiting to come, and then I get a little bit overwhelmed and I stop. Even though there's games I really would like to back, I kind of stop because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all these out there. What's going to happen? Are they all going to come? It's like this tower. It's this virtual tower of games that are going to be crashing down on me at some point.
Yeah, well, our table of opportunity is getting ready to crash down. I think we need to get some of these games to the table. So
like Earth.
Yeah, like Earth.
Which is I've only played it on BGA and I enjoyed it.
I haven't played it at all.
And I just really wanted to get it. And Noble Knight had a discounted copy.
Yeah, it was like a used copy. Yeah.
Yeah, a used copy, but it had not been opened. Yeah, so someone must have bought it and decided they didn't want it and returned it. They just
had a hard time putting it to the table or whatever, yep.
But, so that is definitely on our table of opportunity that needs to come off, and that'll come off quickly. What else we got? We got a couple of games. Now, these games were sent to us from Arcane Wonders, so I do want to comment that these are copies of games that we did not pay for, and I want to big shout out and thank you to Arcane Wonders, because at least both of these games are games that we were very interested in. You actually were checking out Neotopia at Gen Con. Yes.
And Furnace is a game that I really wanted to play. It was definitely a game that was on my list. And so getting this opportunity to get a copy of it was awesome. And then it also gave us the expansion Interbellum, which we're going to have a playthrough of Furnace airing on the channel soon, so we'll let that talk to that game specifically more in detail when we do that. And then Neotopia will get another playthrough, but we had some issues. We had some issues filming that one, so we have to reshoot that one in particular. But Neotopia was actually a really cool little abstract game. I really enjoyed it. So we did get both of those to the table. I'm of course looking forward to getting Neotopia to the table again, but those were sent to us games. I don't know, we'll see what we think about those games in those particular videos when they release.
Yep. And I will say for both of those, we're doing a how to play with a playthrough on it and a little mini review.
Pretty standard.
And kind of doing that because of viewer feedback. There's a lot of you who have told me whether I've met you in person or it's been, just through comments and chats on social media or wherever, that you really would like to see not just how to play, but also play through so you get a better feel of how a game flows. So if that's something that you're still wanting to see, or if there's a specific game, let us know. And if we have it, we might be able to do something like that. Post us in the
comments.
Because, we want to put games out there that you're interested in, not just what we're interested in.
We have a ridiculous collection of games, so chances are good either we are interested in it, or it's potentially even in our collection. So I mean, we joke we had to buy a bigger house to hold all the games.
We did,
which is actually kind of the truth.
Yes,
kind of.
Just ask our daughter. We went from a small house to a big house when she moved out.
Most couples, when the daughter moves out or your children move out, might look at reducing the size of the house. Oh no, we added like an extra 1,000 square feet,
if not more. So
How about something like that.
Yeah. So
anyways, a little bit more probably.
Yeah.
So those are all the new games I think we've picked up recently.
Yeah. Do you have any
that
games
we're excited
you're on the
about.
lookout for?
Do I have any games I'm on the lookout for?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I mean, I guess I'm very excited about getting the next wave of Orkana Chapter 2. I can't remember what it's called. I know everybody's calling it Chapter 2. I don't know what it's. I can't remember. It's like Rise of the Floodborn. Yep, there it is. I'm super excited about getting that because I'm looking forward to seeing where that game goes. We've been able to get some cards. I've got my initial impressions, but I feel like this is a game that's got to evolve over a couple of additional releases because I think it has a lot more story to tell in the game and a lot more complexity to add in the game. It's just not there. It wasn't apparent in the initial release because the initial release was very much, I think, orientated to just getting things started, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Here's the backbone, the foundation for the game. Next wave is going to start to shape up the direction and give more, just a little bit more in rules and interactions and things like that. They're going to make it exciting. So that's really probably the thing. I mean, there are a ton of games. I'm not gonna.
Oh, there's a lot of games that are looking like I am at Gamehole Con recently. I had the opportunity in Open Gaming to play Roger the Ganges. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With some new friends that I met there and had a blast playing it and blast interacting with them throughout the convention.
Mm-hmm.
And this game has probably been out for a while and maybe it was just the experience and the setting and everything, but I'm definitely looking for that game. So I'm sure I probably could find it online somewhere.
I mean, of course I'm looking forward to like getting Nucleum from Board and Dice. Like I talked about how that was the game, like it's probably the game I was most excited about that I didn't really have on my radar going into Gen Con. It was like my top game that I'm super excited about. You go back and watch the Essen video and you'll see like I am super excited. Like that is the number one game I was excited about from Essen, of course. But I've got it on pre-order, so it's a little less on my like. Oh, I have to get it because I know I'm already going to get it.
Well, this is a game that I am looking for. I have it on my want list with Noble Knights, so hopefully when they get a used copy in, I'll get my little notification and be able to grab it.
So, all right. Well, I think that gets us for coffee. That was a lot more coffee and games than I thought we were going to be, and I actually still have a little coffee left in my cup.
We can ramble on about
we rambled forever. So we're really looking forward to seeing what you folks are drinking. So if you want to be featured in a future episode of Coffee and Board Games, make sure you post in the comments below what you're drinking. And if you have any questions or comments, let us know in the comments as well. We'll try to feature some of those questions on future episodes of Coffee and Board Games.
All right. Until next week.
Keep drinking your coffee and playing those games. Hey there, it's Conesy. Thank you so much for watching. We put out videos weekly here at Wisco Dice. Check out our channel for more great videos and don't forget to subscribe. We also have more great content on our website at wiscodice.com. Of course, we do this all for you, the viewers. So please like the video if you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.